That's the spirit.
Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Oh, back again. Tell your co-workers, tell your friends. Now it's season 3, VPDs in 3D. Put on your glasses, turn on your TV. Steady standing Stelena. Ooh, Klaus in the house, troubles a brewing. What else can Katherine ruin? Call the MFPD, it's Ash and Petey. About to release more podcasts on the street.
Where's Stefan? He gave himself over to Klaus to save his brother.
Slow it down. Sipping on vervain, swerving in my lane. Brother's bond in my vein, trying to kill the pain.
Just give me the cure, and I'll do whatever you want.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello, Pete.
Ash, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Hanging in there?
Hanging in.
Ash, this past weekend, I had an exciting book signing.
Yes.
I signed with several of my other authors a horror anthology that I put together called Horror from the High Dive.
Volume 1.
Volume 1, because we should always put the number 1 on our projects, because then it looks smart when you do a second one.
Yeah.
Which I'm in the midst of working on a second one.
I know.
The Prophecy.
You set yourself up.
Good book signing, Dark Delicacies in Burbank. I think they still have a couple copies, actually, if you wanted to order from there. Or, better yet, go to @HighDive Publishing, order from me.
Yeah, because you have a whole bunch over here.
I have a couple left over. We sold a bunch. I have a couple left over, and I'll sign them. Go to @HighDive Publishing on Instagram, and hit me up. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Get them books. I got one. I went down to the signing. Saw the authors.
Got the whole crew.
Yeah, got the hookup.
Yes. Ash, this whole podcast is just me selling my wares.
Good.
Werewolf.
Don't sell those guys.
No, you wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Ash, we watched an episode.
We did.
Season 3, episode 6. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Ash, that's a Nirvana song. Speaking of this past weekend, you were #twinning.
Oh, yeah. When I was at church.
Yeah, at church you looked like, kind of like Kurt Cobain, but more like, I think it was Michael Pitt, who plays the Kurt Cobain analog in Last Days or something, a Gus Van Sant picture about a guy like Kurt Cobain. But Ash.
With my white sunglasses on.
Yeah, we were sitting there at church. I looked over, and it was like I was seeing you for the first time that day, because we got a lot going on these Sunday mornings. I look over, Ash, and I'm like, she looks familiar. I pull up a picture on my phone, do a side-by-side. I wish I had taken a picture.
Yeah.
My one regret.
That was me. You gotta dress it up for church. You gotta get cute. It's like my one place where I'm not wearing a mask. We're outdoors. And I'm like, I can put on some lipstick. I can wear some sunglasses. Can be a little fancy.
Yep, you wear your big fur coat like Kurt Cobain.
Look at Kiara.
Our pug is being very silly in her bed currently.
Oh my gosh, she's being so goofy.
I was going to say that, Ash, also at church, I looked like Dave Grohl.
I'm silly. I don't think so.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. But yeah, buy my books from me. That's what this is all about.
And read them, and they're great.
Yes.
Don't just, like, read them. I mean, don't just buy them just like, I guess I'll buy this book. Like, it's good.
Tell your coworkers, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Ash, let's just dive into this episode. Speaking of high diving.
High diving into this episode.
Cold open. Ash, Elena's alarm goes off at 5:15 a.m. Can you imagine?
I used to wake up that early for high school.
Oh my goodness.
It was terrible. It was so awful. And then in the winter, it'd be freezing. It'd be like 30 degrees, and you'd wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're like 17.
It's too early. That's so weird.
Or 16 to go to school. It was awful. It was so hard to get out of my bed. I had to sleep with a heating blanket.
Ooh.
Living in LA, that is not a thing I have owned, but I used to have a heating blanket, and it would literally be like a heating pad, but it's a whole blanket. It plugs into the wall.
That sounds shady to me.
It was glorious.
And now you have a weighted blanket.
Yes, I very much enjoy my weighted blanket. It helps me sleep so much better than I did before. I don't like to feel like my blankets could just like flitter off of my legs at any point.
Which, yeah, I mean, they used to. Sometimes our blankets just take off and start running.
Yes, they're too light.
Ash, she has bite marks on her neck. Mm-hmm. Alark is around. Is he like hungover, or maybe he's just tired because it's too early?
Yeah, he could possibly be hungover. We didn't see any evidence, but knowing Alark, that's a good call.
He gets into the bond. Mm-hmm. He's teaching Elena how to use a gadget, one of his patent pending gadgets in the woods.
Because he's a vampire hunter. We need to remember this.
Yeah, Saltzman, Ash. Shout out to Lex.
Yeah.
Shout out to listener Lex and friend in real life Lex. Shout out to Amy on the gram.
Yep.
We enjoy when people enjoy our podcast.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from peeps.
We're doing it for them. She's not strong enough, Ash, to push these stakes out of this gadget into a body, into a warm body.
Yeah. Alark's like, you need to start lifting weights and put some meat on them bones.
Yeah, and she said, wow, you said that. You went there. Alaric hands her a vervain grenade that he has pulled the pin on, and he's like, surprise is what you have against a vampire, and she has to throw it because it's about to explode. Like,
I know.
The vervain wouldn't hurt her, but she would get exploded.
Right, because it's like glass and stuff.
Yeah, it was like that scene in Swordfish. Have I talked about that for hours on this podcast? I think I have. Right?
Yes, with the glass.
With the ball bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to use pronouns. You can say Stefan.
Right, because he's all vampires, blah, blah, blah. They, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're only talking about Stefan.
Alark feels sorry for her, Ash.
It is sad.
She has to fend off Stefan because his humanity is turned off.
Well, she's lost, like, everyone always, and now even her boyfriend, even though he's not dead, but I guess he's always dead, but he's not
deep.
A final dead, but he's not himself, so it's a death of sorts.
Yeah, he's different.
And I am not a fan.
No. I have a note about it later. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Logo. And over the logo, they played some different music, some real music. Ash, there was a lot of like music in this episode.
There was a lot of music.
I didn't recognize any of it.
No, never.
But they were playing it. And even on our subtitles on Netflix, they said the band's name, and I was like, I don't know. Haven't heard of it.
I feel like one of the bands was OK Go, and maybe I've heard of that band, but I did not know that song.
I've heard of OK Go, yeah, but I didn't know that song. Jeremy is at school. He walks by really quickly, but we're focused on the ladies. The seniors, Ash. Senior year for Bonnie, Caroline, Elena.
And for Caroline, Infinity.
They do exposition. First scene after the logo, they do the exposition. They all have various supernatural boyfriend issues, Ash. One's seeing ghosts, one's a hybrid, and one is a non-humanity vampire. It's Elena and Stefan's anniversary, though. It's been 1 year since what? They saw each other.
Yeah, since they met.
Wow.
It's been 100 years for us.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half since we've started this podcast. They met on the first day of school, but Elena says, new year, new life. Mm-hmm. And she says, hashtag blessed. Hashtag too blessed to be stressed. Mm-hmm. Damon is at Elena's mansion. Mm-hmm. Yep. As far as I know, they haven't signed the deed.
No, it's still her mansion.
He's walking over bodies that Stefan has left behind. Mm-hmm. Stefan is partying like Damon has.
Yeah, similar scene. We've seen Damon doing all that, and now Stefan's watching these girls play Twister, but then whatever body part it lands on, that's the one he gets to drink their blood from, instead of just play it on the game board.
Oh my goodness.
Clever.
I would call that a drinking game.
Yeah.
Rebecca comes in. Klaus ditched her. And now she's going to stay with the bros. And I said, will she be an ally to these bros?
Is that what you think she will be, or you're just wondering?
I was wondering because are they going to unite against Klaus? But also, she could just be treble. Jeremy says to Bonnie, what, it's not cool to talk to juniors anymore?
Yeah, Bonnie has been ghosting him. Uh-huh. Because
ironically.
He's been chatting with his ex-girlfriend, Ghosts. Mm-hmm.
Bonnie is mad about that, Ash.
Yeah, jealous. She's totes jealous.
And look, Ash, she says, you loved both of them and you didn't break up. They died. And I said, so technically he's still dating all of them. Yeah, he's still dating Vicky and Anna and Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. But she makes a good point. It's not like they broke up and they moved on and whatever. It's like you were in love with them and they died. You didn't really like stop loving them.
Yeah.
But also, I see your point.
And yeah, that's a tricky situation. What's cheating in this realm? I don't know.
But also because Bonnie's like, you only can talk to them when you think of them. So it's like every time that they're around, you're thinking of them, and it's like kind of blowing up his spot a little bit. When he starts to talk to Anna, and she's like, she's here? You're thinking about her right now while we're having a conversation?
Yeah. It'd be funny if also, like, a big plate of, like, spaghetti was right there. And
right.
Like, I'm kind of hungry. I was thinking of spaghetti also. Like, Bonnie, like, what? You're thinking of spaghetti right now? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to know what boys are thinking of all the time. It'd be too annoying.
Especially not juniors in high school. Matt drives up to school in a truck. Mm-hmm. He can talk to Vicky, and she keeps appearing and freaking him out.
Yeah, but then he likes to talk to her.
He vents to her, and there's a way, she says, that he can help her come back. But then Ty walks up, and my buddy Ty walks up and interrupts her. Ty asks him if he was talking to himself, and Ty says, we're seniors, life is good. Ty's into this hybrid life.
Yeah, Matt just, like, ignores the question and just, like, asks Ty another question to distract him. Mm-hmm. But Tyler is super into being a hybrid.
Yes, which they explain later. It's because when you become a vampire, it heightens the D-bag part of you, it looks like. Mm-hmm.
But it also gives him, like, this sense of, like, I can do anything, all of that part about being a vampire. So he's, like, super powerful and strong, and he's feeling himself.
Yep. Katherine.
Pug snores, by the way.
Pug snores in the background. Where's Katherine at? Is she down in Nolans or something, or?
She's in that tomb. That not a tomb. We always call everything a tomb.
A mausoleum.
Yeah, mausoleum.
But where are they at? Are they in Florida or Jacksonville or something? They were going somewhere, right?
Yeah, I don't actually know if they showed what city it was in.
They're down south.
She was driving for a long time.
Katherine is trying to wake up Michael, the vampire hunter. Mm-hmm. Ash, they got so many different things, so many different supernatural people in this show. They're just like piling them on top. We got a werewolf vampire. We got a vampire. It's like Oreos. We got double stuffs. We got Goldens.
Vicky is a vampire ghost.
There we go. Vamp ghost.
Yeah. Double stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, Oreos, they're doing too much. Or Triscuits, I'm like, you're doing just fine.
Yeah, you're doing the exact right amount.
Triscuits, I would say keep going.
And you know what? Goldfish, way too much.
Oh my gosh.
I only like original goldfish. Pizza goldfish, gross. Pretzel goldfish, gross. What's it called? Flavor Blast goldfish, so gross.
Yeah.
Regular goldfish,
Yeah.
glorious.
Goldfish, I'm with you. Oreos, what'd we say? Doing too much?
Yeah, but the Trader
Triscuits.
Joe's,
JoJo's?
JoJo's with the peppermint in it,
JoJo's with the peppermint.
that's the best.
Yeah, there's little pieces of
Candy
a
cane.
candy cane in there. That's so smart.
I know.
It's like little shrapnel. It's like swordfish.
It's the best when you put it in milk.
Yeah, I agree with that. And when I say milk, I'm talking about a milk beverage, because I call cow's milk now. Because I'm not going to say that milk is by definition cow's milk.
Okay.
I go soy, I go almond, I go oat. Those are all milks to me. Mm-hmm. So if I'm saying milk, I'm saying those. If I'm saying cow's milk, I'm saying cow's milk. I'm calling it out. Cow's milk cannot have the monopoly on the name milk.
What about the drag queen milk?
I call the drag queen milk,
Oat beverage?
I call them cow's milk. No, milk is great. Does milk not have a last? So here's some tea. Here's some drag race tea. Some queens have to drop part of their name, and due to NDAs that I've signed, I won't say which, but sometimes when there's a queen that just has one name, maybe they have a full name that...
It's like a different brand name or something.
Correct. So maybe milk, and I don't know this, so I can't be sued for this, but maybe milk is oat milk.
Or maybe milk was got milk, but then it's just milk, and then now there's got Mick.
Got Mick.
Who knows?
Not me.
Or maybe milk just was like a Madonna and was just like, I'm milk. The end.
I think probably if we looked into it even for half a second, that would be the case.
I think that fits their personality the most.
Or almond milk. Ash, that was definitely on task.
Yes. That's what we're here for, right?
Michael the vampire hunter is not drinking any kind of milk, and nor does he want blood.
No.
How did I pull that back around, huh? He's not trying to eat anything right now, Ash.
No, not at all. Nothing.
Damon tells Elena not to go to her mansion. Barbie Klaus is there, which is what he calls
Rebecca.
She asks what Stefan is up to. Damon doesn't want to tell her. There's a nicely designed flyer for the bonfire.
Oh, I was just trying to think about what you're saying, because Damon didn't want to tell Elena how Stefan was being bad with all those girls. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, big flyer. Zoom in on the flyer for the bonfire.
Yep. I wasn't confused about if there was going to be a Halloween party later or what.
You were pleased with the flyer. I was not pleased with the flyer because there was random capitalization rules. Mm-hmm. It was like, bring your blanket and...
a chair.
A chair. 2! Like, wait, what?
It's a Spirit Squad event, Ash.
Well, they need to go back to their English literature professor and be like, what do I capitalize? I don't know.
That's where you learn it?
Give me some grammar rules. No, you're supposed to learn it in elementary school.
No, they need to go back to the grammars.
All right, go back to elementary then. Mystic Falls Elementary. Mm-hmm. You missed out.
MFE. Ty comes up and kisses Caroline. I said, Ty is interrupting everyone, Ash.
Yeah, he's all buzzing around.
He was drinking blood.
Mm-hmm.
Ty hooked him up with a blood bag. I hadn't thought about how he would be needing to drink blood now.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's a
Ty hooked him
vampire.
up. Wait, what?
Rebecca hooked Ty up with a blood
Yeah.
bag.
Mm-hmm. I think you said Ty hooked him up, but you meant Rebecca.
Rebecca hooked up Ty with a blood bag. Ty has been drinking blood.
And he had it on his sweater.
Yep. And he thinks it's awesome to be a hybrid. Elena runs into Stefan, and I said, what, he's a super senior now?
Mm-hmm.
Because was he not a senior 1 year ago when they met, or what? They just don't care.
He's just always a senior.
The admin just doesn't care.
They obviously have no idea how many times he's gone to school.
No.
But also he can probably just compel them to be like, I'm new again.
Yeah.
This is my first year.
Stefan grabs Elena's arm and then pushes Alark Saltzman up against the lockers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like in public, like where other kids and stuff can see.
Mm-hmm. Wesley, Paul Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good actor.
I know.
He's playing this character differently.
He does a good job. I just like the regular Stefan better.
Mm-hmm.
I like the nice, sweet Stefan.
Yes.
But it is entertaining to see him be completely different. And you can definitely see a shift in his character and in his stance and his eyes and everything. Like, he's definitely doing it right.
Yes.
But from a story perspective, I want
I know.
nice Stefan.
And I feel like maybe on the podcast, but definitely in real life, I've been like, can't there just be a show where things are just like kind of nice? And like I liked act ones of movies where you're like learning about things. Oh, this life is like cool. And then it's like act 2 begins and you're like, oh, problem, which is literally what movies are.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like this act 1. Oh, Seth Rogen's just hanging out with his buds, you know?
Right, yeah, just keep that
It's
part.
like, there's a problem now.
And we have to worry about how it's going to get solved.
Mm-hmm. So, like, we could just, like, Stefan and Elena could just be going on, like, nice dates at the grill.
Yeah, that'd be cute. I'd watch that.
Ash, Elena tells Alark the deal about what's going on with Stefan. Rebecca also wants to go to school. She's in the history class.
Yeah, trying to teach Alark a thing or two because we know she is an original, so she's old.
Yeah, and she says that Vikings were in America before the Native Americans.
She did say that.
Interesting. Are we going to expand on that? Was she just being difficult? I don't know what's going on
Well,
there.
we didn't do our due diligence, so we don't
Well, Ash, I want the show to tell me.
And everything we learn from the show is our, like, historical knowledge.
Everything I need to know about history I learned from TVD.
There we go. That's a better way of saying what I just said.
Ash, there's a little sort of like transitional moment, and there's a shaved head skateboarder guy. He skateboards by. He's wearing the school T-shirt, the Mystic Falls Wolverines, right? Is that, or Mountain?
Now that you say a thing, I can't think. Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, yes. He's wearing the school T-shirt. That guy wouldn't wear that shirt, Ash.
You're right.
He'd be like, he would be wearing, Ash, a Nirvana shirt, maybe.
He would be not repping the school spirit.
A Foo Fighters shirt, maybe.
But Timberwolves is cool.
But this guy,
No. And they were just showing that guy, yeah, as a little transition and also to establish that they were in the stoner area, even though they said it like 3 times.
they said so many times, but Ash, put him in a stonery shirt. He would never.
I know. Also, the stoner area, whatever, was completely empty.
And what? There was a weird bus there. That was. Oof,
Yeah, why
That
is
was
that
bad.
graffiti bus just in the back of the school?
I don't know.
That was a very weird location.
Oh, it's
For
the
this
stoner
scene.
area. Okay, let's get a stoner bus. Let's get a weird graffiti bus back there.
And let's get this guy
Yeah.
skateboarding.
Would he wear a shirt? I don't know. Yeah. Guys, I wouldn't wear the shirt. Just wear the shirt.
Too late.
You can keep the shirt. Oh, okay.
And you can ride your skateboard, but no tricks.
Yeah. Vicky talks to Matt again while he's in the stoner pit, Ash. Mm-hmm. Jeremy walks by looking for his stoner lab partner.
He was lying.
Which may or may not exist. Jeremy then talks to Anna in the bathroom. And I was like, did he see Vicky, though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Jeremy could see Matt talking to Vicky?
Yeah, well, he at least saw that Matt was talking to no one.
Okay. I don't think he saw Vicky.
And then he was telling Anna that Matt was just talking to Vicky out there in the open. Because who else would he knew that that's who he was talking to.
Mm-hmm. Vicky is trying to come back. Anna says there will be a price if Vicky comes back.
Which makes sense because we already know this. That's why Jeremy can see ghosts in the first place.
And we notice.
Witches like to keep things balanced. An eye for an eye.
If we've learned anything. Ty is a pirate at football practice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I did not like this.
He's wearing like a kerchief on his head or something.
Yeah, tied like a pirate.
Rebecca is going to be...
But he does have way too long of thick hair. I really do not like guys' hair when their sideburns and the top of their hair and their back of their hair is all one length. That's very wrong. Please never, ever, ever have all lengths of your hair the same.
Ooh, Ash, I was actually...
It's just like a big helmet head situation.
I was actually growing that out right now.
Which makes sense for a werewolf, but it's so yucky. I do not like it. It has been bothering me this whole show.
What about Rebecca being a cheerleader? Does that bother you?
No.
Okay. She's also, Ash, she's interested in Ty. She doesn't mind the helmet hair.
Or the pirate.
Or the pirate
outfit.
Ty compels the coach so they can go get drunk at the bonfire.
Mm-hmm. Caroline gets mad about Tyler doing vampire things.
That's what I said. She thinks he's abusing his power.
But he doesn't have a coach like she did with Stefan, where Stefan was teaching her how to be a good vampire.
Well, she was going to coach him. She's been...
Yeah, but she can't because he's also a werewolf and just like this douchebaggy guy just like doing his own thing.
Well, maybe Caroline and someone that we see at the end of the episode can take Ty under the wing.
Maybe.
I don't know. Is this fella at the end there for mischief or for teaching? Ash, Rebecca does cheers in fast motion. Mm-hmm. Stefan and Elena are jogging. Stefan's been assigned to protect a human blood bag.
Yeah.
I said that was a kind of weird outdoor montage. Mm-hmm. They were like, we have this outside space for one day. We're doing every single
sport that you could do.
We got stunts. We got to do it all.
It made me nostalgic for high school in the way that, like, exercise was just, like, part of my school day. And now it's, like, you have to really try hard to make the time for it. But before it was, like, you get built-in exercise into your day at school, and that was good. Even though I did not like gym class very much, but when I had dance and palms and stuff after school, I just, like... I'm exercising, getting my physical activity in. And it was it was in like a fun social way, and it was just built into your day.
I had gym class one year in high school or one semester, whatever, like first period or second period. It was terrible. So stupid. Why would you have it that early? I want to play basketball that early, but I'm really going to go all out and get all the way sweaty at 8 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
But I hear you.
But at least it's like built, like you don't have to worry about, am I going to get to exercise today? Am I going to have the time, find the time? Mm-hmm. It's just like, this is what you're doing.
This is what you're doing, bro.
Yeah.
Katherine is dripping blood on Michael. But he doesn't want blood. This guy's like, let me sleep.
Yeah.
I've been chained up here sleeping. That's fine. Elena's lifting weights, speaking of working out during your daytime.
You can.
Damon spots her, or the opposite, I couldn't tell.
It was the opposite. He was pushing it down.
But then he pulls it up, I guess. Uh-huh. Calls her Buffy, Ash, and Warrior Princess. He's been watching some 90s television.
Oh, he's seen it all.
Damon talks about Stefan's humanity again. Off on. Damon puts Elena's hand to his chest. Okay, he's saying you gotta go. He's saying
he's doing a lot of stuff right now. He goes from talking about Stefan and being like, it's gonna take so long to bring him back. He's on the blood that takes forever, and he doesn't have his humanity. It's gonna take forever. It's gonna take forever. Basically, he's like telling Elena to forget it.
Yeah.
And then he immediately switches into suave Damon.
But he is saying, like, to kill a vampire, you stab them in the back.
Yeah, he, like, under the ribs. To get to their heart, you go like this. Which kind of makes sense because you have to surprise a vampire. And so it's not like you can just go run right at them with a stake to their heart. They're going to just see you and stop you immediately. But you sneak them in from behind, then they won't know.
Wow. A metaphor for life. Damon says, no one is going to hurt you. Not even my bro. That I have a bond with. Bonfire time, Ash. In Alark's classroom, though, the crew is talking about capturing Stefan.
Yeah, they're laying out their plan.
Damon has to keep Rebecca away. Ty comes in, and I was like, I guess he's compelled, but then they explain that he is sired. And Caroline says that he's a freaky minion, which, Ash, if anyone wants to go back to my Instagram, that was my Halloween costume. Just kidding.
There was actually someone at my school today in their regular outfit looked like a minion.
Yeah, if you wear like overalls and a yellow shirt.
And they wore a yellow beanie also.
Well, okay. That's bad.
It wasn't a costume day. It was a yellow shirt, overalls, and a yellow beanie. I'm telling you. I was like, whoa.
Were they wearing like kind of steampunk goggles also? Good. Also, Ash, I said a freaky minion would probably be a bad thing to search on the internet.
Yeah.
Damon stabs who? Ty with a vervain thing. Mm-hmm. Ty has been sired by Klaus. He's loyal.
Yeah, because he's coming in like, you guys can't trap Stefan. Klaus would be mad. And they're like, wait, why do you care about Klaus? And then they figure it out.
He's so annoying.
And then they're all mad at Tyler because he's loyal to Klaus, and everyone's like, oh.
Like, of course. Rebecca and Stefan are at the keg, Ash. And Elena, Ash, she's sipping. And Stefan's like, cool your jets.
Yeah, we know you're lightweight.
And she says, oh, I'm going to let a blood addict tell me how to drink. Mm-hmm. Matt is doing ghost stuff. And I said, we've talked about the hand cut across the palm on the pod, right?
Yes.
Terrible. Worst place.
I know.
Back of the hand.
Back of the hand. A little pinprick.
Yes.
You don't need to gush your entire hand.
Oh my gosh.
Open.
These people cutting across the palms. Flames and smoke start happening. I said, this is an evil spell.
Oh.
They can touch each other. These siblings are excited to touch each other.
And interact.
Okay.
Interact.
Uh-huh. Bonnie is mad that Jeremy is talking to Anna. Vicky can feel everything, and my joke was Matt's like, everything? Because these siblings are being weird. Mm-hmm. Vicky has to kill Elena to stay in the... We got pug snores. All right. Vicky has to kill Elena to stay in this realm, right?
Do you remember why the ghost witch wants Elena dead?
Yes, because when she's dead, then there can be no more hybrids made.
Correct.
But it seems like there could be another doppelganger down the line.
It seems that way.
Vicky hits Matt with a wrench.
I know. That kind of hit, that could kill you instantly.
She pulls a Dom Toretto.
Yeah.
For any of my Fast and Furious heads. Mm-hmm. She wants to stay, Ash, in that realm.
Yeah.
She wants to keep touching her brother.
She's been too lonely. She would rather touch her brother.
Keg Stands, Ash. Keg Stands.
I have never done a keg stand.
Lord knows I have.
Who lifted your long body up?
I did it as a bit. It was funny. It was an ironic keg stand. I forget who was lifting me, though. It was a long time ago.
Was I there?
I don't know. Were you? Maybe you were lifting me. Maybe just you.
That would be a sight.
I don't even know. Like, I was like, yeah, I'll do one. And I don't really even know how they work. And, like, people were counting, but I don't know how long is good. And, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people just count it out.
Elena is cheering. Stefan is watching. I said, there's a lot of songs in this episode. And we watched the subtitles, and this song's lyrics said something about, so rave on. And I said, that's so rave on. Damon is flirting with Rebecca. They make a marshmallow together.
Yeah, she does not know how to do s'mores, and he has to teach her.
Elena is watching. Stefan is watching her watching.
Of course. Creeper Stefan.
Stefan says she's jealous of, like, Damon. Mm-hmm. All right, Ash. Stefan is so smug. Mm-hmm. Smug is the worst thing.
It is.
I would rather people be just plain mean than, like, smug. Because smug is like you're smiling.
And it's smug like false confidence in a way.
It could be, yeah.
Ugh.
Could be false, could be real. It's just like so self-satisfied. Mm-hmm. Ugh. And I think smugness comes from a place of, just probably ignorance. Like, I'm so much better than this person.
And just like oblivious of anything else. Just so self-centered.
Smug. All that said, though, Ash, I am getting a Tupac-style smug life tattoo across my ripped abs.
Okay, you get smug life, I'll get pug life.
Okay, deal. Bonnie is on the phone with Matt. He messed up. I messed up.
I got hit in the head with a wrench.
Yeah, I just woke up. There's a wrench by my head. Where is Vicky? Damon gives Rebecca a s'more. Uh-huh. She asks why he's being so nice to her. He's distracting her. She knows it, and she stabs him with the s'more stick. He
was only able to distract her for a few minutes, and then she was like, "Wait, what?" All right.
Or maybe she allowed herself to be distracted. I mean, you know, you're in the company of a young gentleman.
Yeah. She says she's lonely and bored. Mm-hmm. She's so bored all the
time. Ash, would you be distracted by a s'more?
Yeah, probably.
And Rebecca says, s'more of what?
You know, I sometimes prefer just the marshmallow to the s'more. Because I feel like with the s'more, the chocolate never really gets melty enough to be the way I want it to taste.
That is an issue with s'mores, is somehow... Okay, while you're cooking the marshmallow, there needs to be a sort of like grate situation, which leads to a GREAT situation, with the...
graham cracker and chocolate.
Correct. Getting a little warm.
Yes. However, you know what we need to do next time we do s'mores?
What?
Instead of Hershey's chocolate, put on Reese's peanut butter cups.
Ash, we have a hybrid. We have a Thai-esque hybrid that is a Hershey's bar with Reese's.
Oh, we do have that.
We do have that.
Let's save it for s'mores.
I have put it in the place for the trip that we are going on.
Oh, yay.
To the undisclosed location. Ash, that will be exciting.
That's very exciting.
Ty and Caroline are at...
Wait, hold on. Out of all those bars that our kid took, we only have one?
2.
Oh, okay.
Did we talk about that?
No.
Okay, on Halloween, we went to a house to trick or treat of one of my coworkers, and my coworker is so nice and said, "Take whatever you want." And we went inside. We chatted for a minute, and our younger son,
He's 5.
took 2 handfuls, like 30
Full size
Hershey bars.
I feel like they weighed like 3 pounds.
And we didn't know this because we were just chatting with my coworker / friend, and we left, and our younger son was like, "My bag is so heavy."
Yeah,
and we
my
like,
bag of
after
candy's
one,
getting heavy already.
After one house. So we were like, "Why?" And then we pulled out like a early 90s cell phone brick
2 fistfuls.
of these particular candy bars, and I had to run back.
And I almost peed my pants laughing because it was so funny.
Oh my gosh. But yes, I just kept 2 of them. Or I mean, maybe they have more in their bags. Who knows? But
okay.
I know that 2 exist in our home.
That's funny.
Because we gave them all back because that was ridiculous.
It was way too many. I'm glad we have 2. That's a good amount.
That's a good.
That's a good. That's a good.
Yes. But Ash, Ty and Caroline, my buddy Ty, they're at the Lockwoods. Miss Lady Interim Lockwood Mayor founder.
Lady.
Her office.
Sorry.
Klaus is the master. And Ty puts him first. Caroline asked Ty, "Why are you acting like the old you? Obnoxious. A guy I would never want to be friends with." And it's because the being a vampire heightens that part of the
the same thing happened to Caroline, and she was extra annoying for a long time, and then she mellowed out. So she should know that and be understanding.
Yes. Ash, somehow this ends with them smooching.
And taking their clothes off.
Uh-oh.
Because later they put their clothes back on.
Are they allowed to do that, Ash? Elena, speaking of people being allowed to do things, Elena is laying on the bleachers, Ash. She overindulged, or so we think. Elena is testing Stefan. Ash, she gets up on the bleachers, and she falls, and Stefan catches her.
He whooshes to catch her. He's like, "Oh, Stefan, oh." And they had a moment.
And she knew he would catch her. And then Alark shoots him.
Just as planned. Everything's working out.
And Alark says that she looks not sober, but the plan worked.
He's like, "You look, not sober."
She's like, "The plan worked."
Yeah.
They put Stefan in the back of the Ford Escape. It's a different thing. It's a Chevy something.
But it will always be a Ford Escape to us.
Yes. Vicky is smoking. She's ghost smoking. She came back from the dead to smoke.
Yeah, she stole a cigarette from a guy at the bonfire.
Matt trusted her. Bonnie wants to send her back. Vicky sets Alark's car on fire. Come on, Vicky.
With Elena and Stefan inside, and Stefan is passed out.
Elena's trapped in there. Alark grabs a lacrosse stick, Ash. They try to break the window to save them. Ash, talk about lacrosse. No.
Great Maryland sport.
Bonnie, hey, that was accurate. That Virginia sport.
Yeah, true.
Bonnie and Matt are doing another spell. She has to cut his other hand. Ash.
I know.
They need to do 3 episodes of just Matt healing with his palms.
I know.
If I see Matt next episode and he's not like, oh, my palms, oh, I can't like even freaking drive this blue truck.
Or I can't serve the drinks at the grill.
If he's not just so mad every second that we see him for 3 episodes.
I gotta go get my stitches out.
Yes.
I know, he better. Both hands.
Both, oh my gosh. The palms. Why not? Okay, while they were at it, they should have just paper cutted his lips right here. He should have been like licking an envelope and be like, oh, where his lips meet.
I know. It's
Same
terrible.
thing.
Same thing.
Bonnie does a new spell. Matt has to send Vicky back.
Yeah. But Matt does
I want
always
my
try
Vicky back.
He does always try to do what's right.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, I want her to stay, but this is wrong.
I want to wear my shoes in the bed, but I guess I will, because that's...
He always thinks he's doing what's right.
Should my shoes be in the bed? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Matt.
Also, my buddy Ty also does this. Alark and Elena. Alark and Elena. Ash, what a twosome.
Yeah.
They save Stefan from the car exploding. I was like, does he owe them now?
Well, Stefan really saves them.
Stefan does?
Yeah. He kicks the back door open.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, Elena like wakes him up enough.
And
then he just kicks the door open, and then they drag him out. But he's the one who basically makes it possible for them to escape.
Back at Elena's mansion, Damon is giving Elena first aid, and they're flirting. I said, Alark's car exploded. How do you explain that to insurance?
You know what I was thinking in that scene? I was like, man, Damon is bandaging up her hand, and she hasn't even taken a shower yet. But she's going to smell so much like smoke. She was in a burning car, and then she's going to have to immediately get a new bandage. This is the wrong order of events.
I was not thinking that.
Shower first, then get your bandage on.
There you go. Hey, that's some real life advice.
Just saying.
Hey, you came here to hear about the Vampire Diaries, and you're getting real life advice.
You're welcome.
Wow. Caroline and Ty are getting dressed. As you mentioned earlier, they got undressed. Now they're getting dressed. They boned in his dad's office, I said.
And they're looking at each other like, hee hee hee.
Caroline leaves. Ty is in a blanket. He looks like he's going to Burning Man or something like that. Rebecca is there with a girl with a bloody neck. Michael has been denying himself human blood. He can kill Klaus, and he will. He's very confident. We learned this about Michael.
Yeah, he's like, take off these chains.
Katherine lets him out. He doesn't feed on living things. He drinks vampire blood, Ash. Which, what do we know about that? It's stronger. It makes you feel good.
It can heal you. And we know that if you die with vampire blood in your system, you become a vampire. Or you at least begin the transition to become a vampire. But this guy is already a vampire, and he drinks vampire blood. So that's the first of its kind.
This guy is doing too much. He looks like, I don't know, Conan O'Brien or something. What's he doing in there? Does he look like somebody?
He's all just gray and wrinkly most of the time.
Does he look like Kenneth Branagh from Hamlet?
I don't know.
He looks like somebody. One of Conan's writers looks kind of like this.
That's so obscure.
It's confusing. Stefan I wonder, hey Ash, do any of our listeners, are they big like Conan O'Brien heads from like the late 90s?
I don't know.
Do you like Conan O'Brien from the late 90s and Vampire Diaries? Let me know.
It's possible.
For sure. Stefan and Alark and Elena. The crew, the squad.
The squad.
Stefan says he'll protect Elena, and they're better having him around.
I mean, it's kind of true. He is protecting her. He's annoying about it, but...
By proxy, just because of Klaus, yes.
Yeah.
Elena has hope, and she could have let him die in the fire, which also she would have died in the fire, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It's still annoying that Stefan had to be compelled to lose his humanity because he would have protected Elena regardless because he loves her. He's been protecting her this whole time.
Yeah, but they kept, like, scheming.
Yeah.
Scheme, plot.
Yeah, but people are going to scheme without Stefan anyways. They still do, but it's just like, ugh, come on, Klaus, why'd you have to do that to Stefan?
Yeah.
No good.
No good. But Ash, Elena's not giving up. Stefan says, in a smug way, that's pathetic.
Ugh.
And she stabs him again because she's strong enough because she had lifted weights once.
One time.
She lifted weights once.
And she jogged a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's how exercising works.
Yeah. Hey, I jogged once the other day, and it was great.
Then you were immediately stronger.
Yeah, and then I stabbed the vampire. Jeremy calling Bonnie. She's dodging his calls. I think he says dodging his calls, which what?
No good.
Or maybe I wrote that as a callback to Forgotten Day.
Yeah, we kept talking about it. Dodging that. Oh, no, wait. What was Alark saying? Shoot. He kept...
Take a beat.
Yeah, take a beat.
Take a beat.
That's the same thing. Dodging calls and take a beat, that's the same.
If you're dodging my calls, take a beat.
Bleh.
Jeremy is thinking of Anna too much. He doesn't know how to quit her. Mm-hmm. They can't stop thinking about each other, and they rub fingers, Ash.
And they're like, oh, you can feel that? You can feel that? Yes.
Ash, if you are Bonnie and your boyfriend is rubbing fingers with a ghost, is that cheating?
Probably very soon afterwards it is.
Someone is whooshing around the mansion, Ash. Mm-hmm. It's Mason. Mm-hmm. I said LOL. I said everyone gets to come back this season. Mm-hmm. Vicky, Anna, Mason.
They did it.
We're going to mess around and see that coach from the first 2 episodes, whatever his name was. Ash, I have a Pete-diction that Mason is now a hybrid.
Okay.
How else would he be around? They found, Klaus found his dead body or something and sucked its blood or whatever he had to do? Gave his dead body Elena's blood? That's a Pete-diction right there.
Okay.
Mason, he's mad at Damon for killing him, probably.
Yeah. I would be, so.
Yeah, I don't know, Ash.
That's the end, yeah? Right?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think?
Good app.
How many fangs?
Wait. I wanted to docket an entire fang. For what reason? I forget now.
You had a silly reason?
Yeah, I had a silly reason. No, it was good. Oh, man.
Was it for the outfits the girls were wearing on their first day of school?
No, but go off.
It's just so 2000s clothing is just so bad.
Yeah.
I lived it, though. I wore those weird things.
You know, I always was
a scarf belt and whatever.
Oh, did you do the Carson Kressley necktie belt?
No, that's an Avril classic, though.
I would hope that Carson... Oh, for Avril... Hey, I would hope that Avril invented it, actually.
No, but I did like a scarf belt. I had a chain belt. I had like 100 belts. Whenever I would go to Kohl's for that back to school shopping we were talking about,
Yes.
I would always buy or pick out a pair of pants that had a belt because I felt like that was a good deal. To be like, and it has its own belt, and then I'm getting a belt and a pants for only a pair of pants. So they had all these dumb, weird belts.
Yes, I feel like, the 90s into 2000s, it was like, these pants come with a belt.
And all of the girl pants were like so like low rise, and the belts were absolutely pointless. They were all fashion belts. They weren't even real functioning belts.
Ash, low rise, had its place in history. High rise also has its place in history. I think that something that is good about today's society. Did you ever in high school write your papers like in today's society?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, because that was like 5 more words in your however many words it had to be. But I'm saying in today's society, I'm glad we can have both.
I'm sure you are.
From a obviously a sociological sort of like human study kind of way. What were we talking about? Belts? Outfits?
You were gonna ding this but for some reason, but you couldn't figure out why.
Probably because Ty wears shoes in the bed or something stupid. Touching fingers with your brother or whatever.
What's your real rating?
1.53.
I'll match your 1.53.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm excited to watch more, Ash.
Yeah, me too.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. What's the next episode gonna be?
Also, Teen Spirit is a teen deodorant brand.
Really? Mm-hmm. Is that what the song is from? I mean...
No, I think it's afterwards.
I didn't know it was.
Teen Spirit.
Oh, because Spirit is a brand. Or no?
So then that's kind of like smells like Teen Spirit means you're smelling their deodorant.
Ew, weird. Me and my band, we have this really like iconic song, and like from the 90s, and it's really lasted for 30-ish years. Smells like Teen Old Spice.
You just heard me say that for the very first time, and then you automatically came up with that joke.
I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
All right. Did you have any more Pete-dictions, or did you say them already?
No, just like Mason's gonna be around. Oh, Ty, he's gonna be excited to see him. Ooh, are they gonna beef though? Mm-hmm. Just tell me now. Just kidding.
And then.
Oh, Stefan's so
Vicky's
smug.
Gone now.
Oh yeah, that was kind of sad. Anna's still around, right? Mm-hmm. You're gonna rub fingers some more.
Is Jeremy gonna be with Bonnie or with Anna?
Hopefully eventually with Bonnie, but right now he's H for G. Ghost.
For Ghost?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Ghost busted makes him feel good. Yeah, Jeremy, he's figuring it out.
All right. Well,
Stefan's so smug. I do think that Damon is going to continue the slow encroachment.
On Elena. Mm-hmm. Do you think that they're going to be able to trap Stefan? They almost did. Do you think they're going to try again?
Oh, I don't know. Something's going to happen. I don't know. He's going to be around. He's going to be back to his old shenanigans at some point.
And sooner than 30 years or whatever?
Yes. In fact, where are we at? Episode 6? We got a couple more episodes of this particular line of Stefan.
Okay.
Damon's going to get his shot, though. He's going to be like, come see my nice bathroom.
Yeah, it's technically Elena's bathroom because it's her house.
Oh, yeah.
Good up. Cool. Well, yeah, good up.
Good app, Ash. We'll be back. We'll be back one of these days doing another episode of The Vampire Diaries.
The Vampire Diaries.
just go to @High-Dive Publishing on Instagram. That's the spot.
Do it to it.
I am, hey, like I said, a couple copies of this horror anthology left over. $15 shipped in the U.S. Ash is done. She's just caressing our pug. It's time for bed. We'll see you next week.
Pugs and kisses.